Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess. Today we are going to discuss a position related to double pawns. We are going to look at a deadly combination which was successful because of these doubled pawns. It's black to play and win, and we will see some unique features of doubled pawns when they are especially passed pawns. The position is a bit tricky. This position can be used as a calculation exercise also. There are various twists and turns in the position. It can be also used for finding opponent's move precisely. Black of course wants to use this bishop's diagonal, and he wanted to play the move rook b2, which is an obvious candidate, right? Many people think the position is very easy because after see rook takes b2, knight b2, c3, the knight has to go to d3. When it looks like c4 check, rook takes b6, c takes d3. What's there in the position? It's over. The rook is weaker than the two pawns on 6th rank if the enemy king is not in the square of one of the pawns. And here we see the king cannot manage, and rook comes behind whichever pawn the other pawn promotes. So for example d2, rook d6, c2, and after rook d2, c1 check, even the rook is lost. So black would be winning. But after rook b2, there are few other complications which we have to note. One is the move see knight b6, and other is the move rook b6, which is also very important. These moves should not be missed. So see, after knight b6 it's a bit easy because the knight is simply pinned. Black can just play c3, and we can note that now the knight cannot move. b7 would hang, even knight a4, rook b7 is just winning, even the move c2 wins. So rook c7, and we see one of the features of the doubled pawns. The behind pawn helps the ahead pawn, it gives protection. Now see, after just a takes b6, c5 is guarded, and c2, c1. See, after rook e7, c2, rook e1, rook b1, and black wins. Another very important line is the move rook b6. When what happens is after a takes b6, knight b2, it will be white who will win, because after c3 and d3, c4, there is just knight c1. So white will be just a piece up. So the endgame arising after rook b6, knight b6, a b6 is very important one. So let's see, rook b6, knight b6, a takes b6. Right now a4 is not possible because of c3. So king f2, now b5, ke2, b4, kd2, c3 check, kc2, kd3 would be met by c4 check, c4. This position is very important one because it looks like after a3 the b4 pawn will be destroyed and c3 pawn would be taken. But this position is winning for black because black will simply get his king. Let's say h4, then kg6, g4, kf6, and after a3, b takes a3, king c3. We see that the white king is trapped here because it has to now play just kc2, kc3, king c4 loses to a2, and whatever is done here after ke5, soon the white pawns will have to move and the king will attack the pawns. For example, h5 is just met by king f4, both pawns are lost. Similarly, g5 is met by king f5, and even if white plays king c2, then also king f4, g5, kf5 or kg4, and the white pawns are taken on the king side, and then black wins. But in spite of all this analysis, there is one more line which makes black's task difficult, and that line is after knight b2, c3. Here white has the very strong rook b6. This is the most important analytical point here. Now it looks like black is in serious trouble because see, after a takes b6 and d3, we reach that line where after c4 once again and c1. After c takes b2, rook b2, position is lost. What should black do? And here we see the power of the doubled passed pawn. See, black goes c4. That is why I found this example very useful and instructive. Now see, knight takes c4, and after c2, one pawn is powerful than combined knight and rook. See what a position. Still white can fight. White has the move rook b4. Now the main threat is rook takes c4, cb2 loses to rook b2. Now again black has a5. one great move after another. Rook takes c4, loses to c takes b4. See the pawn on a5 hurts b4. And we must note that there is the threat of c2 also now. After rook b7, c2 lost. Even after a3 and a4, a takes b4 is losing. So white has to play knight a4, and after knight a4, a takes b4, there is no defense to c2, knight takes c3, b takes c3, and after a4 c2 or king f2 c2, the black pawn prevails. So in the game after a takes b4, white chose to resign. I hope you enjoyed the lesson as much as I enjoyed showing the position. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.